started with everything: arrows, clubs. A lot happened. We Rin got one down. I tried to cleave through a few of them. Agden was just zipping around everywhere because he had that bloody scar that made him zip like the Flash. As we were getting the numbers down, and Valeria cast like a sleep spell to knock out a good number of the enemies. Agden tried to run off with Rin's body, just leave the fight entirely, which we were then saved by Valeria shooting him and turning him to ice, killing him, thank God. Valeria was probably the MVP of that fight because her magic missiles were doing the most damage to Agden. None of us... I don't think anyone got like a proper hit in melee-wise.
I cleaved one of them in two, but not on the important ones, just the one random guy.
No, I don't think it was like a single physical hit.
He kept jumping about a lot, so it's kind of hard to get close to him if you're not ranged.
Yeah, no, it was... I even tried to hold on to
put that brand on me.
Yeah.
That brand was the reason I went down so quickly. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like... you couldn't see him, he became visible to you. That's nothing too. So, thank God we dealt with him. Yeah, his minions surrendered. They told us a bit more about Bavlorna. Not much, but most just reaffirming what we knew about the village we're heading to. We investigated the bits and scraps of junk that Agden left over. We rested. We tried to sort out how the fight went, because Flora did not have a positive reaction to a lot of the killing. But yeah, we ended off just being able to rest, dealing with a pretty big, well, not a major threat, but at least a nuisance throughout these lands. And yeah, I think we're just trying to get ourselves ready for the encounter, the next village.
Yeah. Valeria currently still has the Agden's frozen head in her backpack, I guess, somewhere.
Sorry, because the scarf doesn't leave his body, right? It's just attached to him forever.
So we still have the scarf, which is attached to the frozen head. So,
well,
yeah, perhaps with a little ingenuity, you might be able to find out a way to separate them, but you'll have to find out yourselves. In any case, you guys will all wake up on top of the stump as you went to sleep the night before. So currently around you, there's just like a bunch of boardwalks, and I don't know. Did you take the Harangon that attacked you? A bunch of them just left their boat there. Did you take that with you?
I think we did.
Yeah, I think we took one just to make the trip easier because of how broken the pathways were from the fight.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think we have like one.
Yeah, and you'll easily all fit into one, and still have extra room. I think the Harangon that was telling the Harangon, maybe either throughout the night or maybe the ones that you beat, they would have told you that to get to Downfall, it is also possible to take a stream that goes directly into the big swamp lake where the village is situated. So, but you can also walk there if you want. But I'll leave it to you guys to decide. What happens from here.
Okay. Saying is like we each get up after our rest, and since we all have some of our new odd abilities, I'd say that as Irenia wakes up and with the feature she has now with her new subclass, she sort of, you see her, if anyone's awake, feel a bit weird, and then she immediately starts, she takes out a small chisel from her backpack, and she starts just carving something into her sword. And she doesn't talk to anyone, she just starts focusing on it.
Valeria spends the morning studying her spellbook. Particularly interested in the new magic that she has learned. She's not going to engage in any conversation.
I think trying to flavor this so it's not like just out of nowhere. Is Rin's also just kind of, you know, looking around at the area. He's just exploring the room a little bit and thinking about his parents. How to flavor ancestral protectors when you don't actually know anything about your ancestors. It's great.
He's having nightmares about people he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the image of them has come to you while you rested, and you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just remembers a little more about his parents.
Nice.
Once Serenia is like done with while she's doing the carving, you'll see that just on her sword now it's a simple looking pair of lines that's vaguely in the shape of a flame, but there's something now just carved into her sword, and she'll probably just go to the two of you, saying that Flora, I imagine, is still asleep now with this weird familiar she has, sort of creature, just ignoring for the time being. It just sits and. So how's everyone feeling today? Yesterday was a lot. I'm just looking to Rin, just with some of the scars and bruises.
He actually looks quite a bit better than he did last night.
Hmm.
Well, there's probably definitely scars there. He seems to have healed up rather quickly.
Valeria will like close her spell book quite loudly and declare, yesterday Rin did get quite beaten up, but we were the victors. I don't suppose anyone knows how to sail a boat thing, whatever that is.
Sadly not. I live mainly inland for most of my life.
Usually I pay people to do such things, but maybe we can get one of these Haragons to help us direct it down the river.
I mean, it can't be that hard to move a boat down water, right?
There's like sticks that you use to move it, right?
Yeah,
I suppose.
The boats have like those little sticks.
Yeah. They definitely have the paddles for these ones.
I'm seeing it in character, bro.
So
I know what an oar is, but
so Rin, you will use those sticks for us?
I can give it a go.
Two of us working together might get things along faster. I'm still curious about Downfall. If it is this place of etiquette and, well, refinery, we might have to be on our best behavior, and maybe I'll just look at like Rin's clothes and like sort of our own like messy clothing because it's not been a proper way to clean it. We might have to see if there's a way to make ourselves look more presentable.
Valeria sort of looks down at her mismatched robes that are really well worn and not that good looking. And she's like, I don't see anything wrong with what we're wearing.
It's something we have to consider because we don't know how particular these bullywugs will be when we arrive.
Well, I think I look rather good.
Yeah, Renee just sort of like glances over just the the worn clothing and just like to Rin's patched up shirt that she fixed yesterday.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't have holes in it anymore. That's a bonus.
I think we'll cross that bridge when it gets to it, but I just took where considering you said that your family has a noble line to it, maybe you could teach us some rules of etiquette that would be allow us to act more proper in this village we're going to.
Well, my family does have noble lineage, but in Waterdeep we have no titles. I can show you some manners. As you know, I have impeccable manners. And she sort of chuckles.
Yeah. Irony just sort of like just cuffs her head. Yes. Yeah, impeccable. That's the word for it.
And if these creatures of downfall have any problems, we just show them the head of the Haragon. Perhaps they'd appreciate that we've got rid of a problem around here.
It's not what I feel when someone shows me a decapitated head. Appreciation.
I mean, he was a menace, so perhaps it might give us some good report. Although it depends how deeply involved Bavlorna is with the village, she may not be too pleased hearing that her, the person who gives her the valuable belongings of passing travelers is no more.
Ah, yes, I forgot. Well, it'd be useful to find someone who might be able to get this scarf off its neck.
If Bavlorna is at this village, and depending how active she is, we need to tread very carefully. Fighting what we did yesterday is one thing, but I'm not sure if we can handle these hags who are well versed in curses and dark magics.
Well, I'll be on my best behavior.
Yep, and we just have to try our best not to get noticed, but we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I think if we can learn any sort of rules of etiquette beforehand, or at least try to remember them, we might as well try to get a good rapport of this village instead of trying to do things brute force.
But I can teach you what I know, but from what we've experienced in the Feywilds so far, we don't know what these rules of etiquette are, and I can't imagine they'd be the norm.
We can always ask. I think we know the names of the rules, but not their specific meaning. So we can ask one out before we head off to Downfall.
What were the rules again? I wrote them down somewhere.
The rules of conduct. There's the rule of hospitality, the rule of ownership, and the rule of reciprocity.
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 I struggle with that word.
Yeah, I struggle with that word a lot. Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, I think all we know at the moment is that like hospitality, where a friend or foe like enters a home, they are expected to be the owner of the house is expected to be accommodating to them until they prove undeserving of the hospitality. Let's see, what did I have for ownership? We can't steal from anyone, I think, and to take something that is not ours without permission is considered unforgivable and like a serious crime. Let's see what I have for the last one. If we are offered a gift, we sort of have to accept it and give something incomparable value to it. But it doesn't have to happen right away, I think. At least that's what I have in my notes.
So, Valeria will say, well, in accordance to their rules, what Agden committed was a serious offense to them, stealing. So perhaps if we tell them what we have done here, they will be grateful. And their own rule of hospitality. Hopefully they won't meet us with outright aggression when we arrive there.
Hopefully. Yeah, but as long as we play nice to their rules, we shouldn't have to worry about anything. At least from the denizens themselves.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we have as much as we can go on, so we might as well try to get ready for the journey.
Yes, there's no time like the present even.
Yeah, and we are getting closer to something. I'm not sure what, but I know we're getting close towards something that will lead us to what we've lost, or at least what I've lost.
Okay, let's go then. Yeah. So who's driving? Who's sailing this boat?
Rin can try and sail, but he will definitely need somebody to direct because he, of course, has no sense of direction.
Yeah, I think I'll direct and maybe help with the movement as well. And
yeah.
And you will just be you'll be our support. If anything tries to come at us, you just blast them.
Yeah, Valeria is actively avoiding doing any menial labor.
Yeah, probably, within the first hour, Irenia forgets that Rin has no sense of direction and lets him alone for a while, and then end up going in a circle.
I'm like, he's just like, no, I just realized, like, I think we've seen that bridge before. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, okay, Rin, we're going this way. Just go one direction. I'll help you.
But eventually you'll find the right stream that heads towards this swamp side lake. Swamp lake? Yeah.
Swake.
And sooner than later, you will see the village in the distance. And I will change the map.
Ooh.
So you guys will be entering D1. It's sort of like in the middle of the map. So you can assume this swamp village is downfall. The thick fog hangs heavy in the air, obscuring the area around you, so the world appears to have shrunk to only 20 feet in all directions. And before you, the waterway widens and the current slows, giving the impression that you have entered a lake. Croaking voices penetrate the fog, through which dark shapes appear, resolving in two rowboats. Manning the oars of each rowboat are two bullywogs.
Oh.
And they sort of like try to intercept you before you can enter the actual lake.
Okay, yeah, I'll just sort of indicate I want to slow down and just wait for him to approach.
One of them goes closer and says, "Welcome to Downfall, travelers, Ribbit."
I'll just sort of give them a wave. Hello. Thanks for greeting us.
Our king, Gallop the 19th, will be honored to make all of your acquaintances.
Oh. Okay. Yes. We would love to make his acquaintance as well. To be in the presence of such a noble figure.
Excellent. The best way to get to the where the royal court is happening is to go up ahead to the small dock nearby. Then from there, make your way across the stepping stones, through the balloon factory, and across the bridge of chattering heads to the gazebo where King Gallop the 19th is currently holding court.
Oh, he's holding court. Is there an important discussion happening at the moment?
No, he regularly invites his friends as a way to maintain relationships by holding events at the court.
All right. I just have looked to the others if they want to have any sort of say.
Valeria kind of mumbles under her breath, and you can see that she's trying very hard not to say something. So she's kind of pursing her lips shut at the moment.
Rin's just looking around, intrigued. He's a bit weirded out by the frog guy.
Just turn to them. Yes, we'll meet with him as soon as we can. Thank you for the directions. I look forward to seeing all of Downfall and what it has to offer.
They give a nod and slowly paddle away. So I forgot to describe what they look like. It seems like they're wearing relatively fancy clothes, but it is soiled in sort of like mud and swamp water.
Oh.
Yeah. But they paddle away.
So we are dressed appropriately.
Valeria was just about to say, looks like we're the ones overdressed.
Hopefully, we don't make a big deal out of it. But the clothes do look nice for the most part. Maybe there is a place we can go to get a new outfit. It'd be nice to wear something other than just, well, armor all the time.
Well, as long as it doesn't smell like swamp water, then I have no issues with that. Let's go see this frog king.
Being able to direct ourselves to the docks and just try to follow the route they gave us.
Sure. When you get to the docks, you would see that looming above the ramshackle wooden pier is a balloon anchored by 4 thick ropes tied around wooden posts driven deep into the mire. The balloon's bladder expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in the patchwork fabric. A bullywug stands near the top of the ladders and is using a long silver needle and spool of catgut to sew up one of the openings, and a second bullywug stands at the foot of the ladder to steady it. Huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs whose long tongues snap up passing insects.
I guess curious at the contraption. Actually, does it seem similar to the one we found Sir Travelar in?
Almost identical.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go to one of the Willywogs and just ask, what is this odd contraption?
One of them says, "Why, it is one of Bavlorna's balloons. Unfortunately, one of them has been stolen recently, and we are trying to fix this one up."
Oh, that's a terrible shame to have lost such a unique piece of engineering.
Indeed.
Do you have many of these balloons?
This is the only one owned by Bavlorna. However, there is one, and he points like in like this direction, but I think the fog is too misty to see anything across the lake. And he says, "There is one over there that has visited us. Visited us."
Oh, okay. And since he brought the name, me and my companions have heard of this Bavlorna. What can you tell us about her and her role in your village?
You should probably see the king.
She sort of just bite her lip and a bit frustrated, just nod. Yes, we were on our way. Oh, actually, before we leave, is there a place where we could get some new clothing in this area?
Well, you may be able to find clothing at, and he points across the lake again. This time, like towards the south. There are a few homes there. Perhaps one of them would want to sell you some clothing.
Thank you. I'll just sort of take one look at the balloon and just think to our first encounter with the child. Oh,
Hey, sorry.
oh,
I was running a fever earlier, so I took a bit of a nap.
oh, good.
I just woke up.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't worry. I feel ya. You're not the only one who's been sick this week.
I mean, if you're feeling sick, you don't have to force yourself to play.
No, I'm fine. I just took a nap, and I don't know if I ignored my alarm or if it didn't go off.
Oh well, you're here now.
Or both.
Oh, maybe one of the party can catch up on what's happening.
Right, so we have just woken up after our last encounter with Agton Longscarf. The group just discussed our plans to head to Downfall with one of the captured boats we took from the attack last session. We sort of reviewed what we understood of the rules of etiquette in this realm, and sort of got ourselves ready just to act nice when we arrive at Downfall, so we don't get any repercussions. We've just arrived. They seem pleasant enough for frog people, and we are apparently requested to seek audience with their king, who has a very long name. Yeah. What's the name? I'm just trying to. I think I had time to read it all.
Yeah, I'll copy and paste it in the chat.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. We're just currently on our way going for the village at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, and feel free to move your tokens around this map.
Yeah, I think we're over by the pier now, like over here. Yeah.
No.
That frog in the corner.
The Bullywugs would then go straight back to trying to fix this balloon after your conversation has ended.
Look to Flora and just sort of say, don't bring out the balloon from Sir Trelevar came in. We don't need them knowing anything about that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And I just sort of look to the frogs, get them a wave, and I just sort of try to get us to move along so we can get along to the court, which is somewhere. It's still just ahead of us, right? We just have to follow the path sort of straight ahead.
Yeah, just follow the numbers.
Yeah. All right, yeah. I'll just sort of try to lead everyone through. I'm just sort of keeping an eye out for any sort of stores, I guess, as we pass along this place.
Yeah.
As they leave,
You go.
sorry. As they leave, Valeria tries to smile at the bullywugs, but it looks more like a grimace.
Let's see how they interpret it. Go ahead and do a charisma roll.
Oh no!
No.
There goes the first prophetic.
Maybe she just has a resting bitch phase. They don't know.
I mean, the frogs. I don't think they're.
Okay, look
thank
at
God.
you!
Oh wow. Yeah, they interpret it as a smile. There you go. And they start just
they're
wave.
frogs. I don't think they.
Yeah.
They also smile and wave.
Big dumb goofy grin from Rin.
And
sort of like gives a smile and like sort of like glares a bit at Valeria like.
Does Valeria know anything about these frog humanoids, the bullywugs?
They're pretty like specific to the Feywild actually. I don't know if you've ever done like any research on the Feywild. Maybe.
Maybe she has. But it's not her main area of like research.
At the very least, I think anybody that's looked into the Feywild, they would know that there are just creatures that are not you can't find like in the normal world, who are like humanoid versions of animals. Bullywugs being one of them.
Okay.
Up ahead, you see that a row of boulders spaced 2 feet apart breach the surface of the lake to form a walking path across a 40-foot wide waterway.
Okay. I guess I'll just I think I'll just try like to jump onto one of the stones just to sort of test if it's stable.
Sure. You jump onto. Yeah. Go ahead and so moving up this, just do it like square by square. Going onto one seems very stable.
Okay. I'll just sort of turn to the others. I just sort of get them a thumbs up. And I'll just start jumping from one to one.
Sure. Next step, completely fine.
Oh boy, all right. I think I'll do just like a quick look around to see if there's like anything in the water, like anything nearby watching me as I'm going through this.
Go ahead and do a perception check.
All right. Let's go. Okay.
Let me see. Nope. All you see is the rocks before you. You can't see through the water. It's too murky, so you don't know how deep this is.
Okay. Yeah, I think just with that, she just keeps going. I think just as for a little bit of fun, she'll try to jump to probably a farther one ahead. Try to skip a few of the steps, take a leap. So.
Okay. When you try to jump further ahead, suddenly you hear a "Hurry!" and the rock before you starts to rise, and some sort of stone elemental creature gets up.
Wait.
Yeah, he's not that big. The same size as probably a human. You fall into the water. Oh, actually, do a dex check. See if you fall in the water.
Oh, all right. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, my dex is not too bad. Can't be too bad, right? Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Nice. So you're able to prevent yourself from falling into the water and land on a nearby rock.
I'm about to fall in. See this rock, the rock just jumps. I'm like, and I just managed to pull myself back. I'm just okay. I'm just looking shocked in front of me.
But he looks at you and says, "I take offense to you stepping on me."
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am terribly sorry. I wasn't aware that the rocks were alive. Am I stepping on one of you?
No, I am the only one here. Do a persuasion check. See how he reacts to your apology.
Let's see. Oh God.
You don't look sorry.
But we terribly are.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend you. I did not mean to. We weren't aware that there was a person resting in the water. Is there? I'll offer my deepest apologies. I truly meant no harm. If there is something I can do to fix this mistake.
Nice sleight of hand, the glass displacer beast eye into her hand.
Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead.
No.
So you're trying to avoid him seeing it?
Yeah.
He would see it. But he says to the both of you, since you're both trying to apologize, says, "I will give you another chance to apologize, as long as you sing it."
Oh. So sing.
You want the song? Pulls out the kalimba. Ding, ding.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Go ahead and do. Oh, no, you go.
I'll just sort of look at Flora. I'm like, oh no. I just have to play along, but she's dreading this. She's never done this before.
Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry that we have slighted you as such.
Alright, go ahead and do persuasion, but this time with advantage.
Is that both of us or?
Oh, we'll let Flora do it.
Oh thank God.
Okay. He goes,
thank God.
"Ah, beautiful. I am satisfied." And then he just walks away.
Valeria's trying to hide her laughing behind her hand from Irenia.
She would probably to run in there to see you just trying to laugh. She'll just look a bit upset, but she'll just say, "Let's just move on." And this didn't happen.
Yes, be careful where you step, Irenia.
She just sort of whispered under breath, maybe next time I'll throw you ahead of me next time, see how you like. And then we'll just try again just to leap forward. Just like
Irenia should be a freaking barbarian.
Your 10 minutes generally reflects it. It's not a very calm temper. She sort of leaps ahead. And she would like take out a spear and like tap the rocks ahead to make sure it's not a living thing.
Yeah. Each tap will show that it is just a normal rook.
Okay. Body of water form, like just everything has to happen. This realm sucks. I hate this place.
When you get to the other side, you will see a burned out factory of some sort. This wooden structure stands on stilts above the lake. It is topped by a steep, conical roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from a hole at its apex. Its windows are blacked out, and the air carries the smell of burned wood. A clothesline attached to one of the corners of the building's exterior is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments.
Okay. I guess as we try to approach, I'll try to see if there's like anyone sort of around, or if it's just completely deserted.
Yeah, if you look inside, you would see a room that is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over the scattered piles of burned, broken shelves intermixed with whatever the shelves contained. Wisps of smoke snake into the air from several spots where smoldering wreckage threatens to ignite. But you also see a distressed bullywug in leather smock, who is scurrying around the room with a bucket of water whose contents spill out over the sides in his haste.
Oh no.
I'll just try to call out to him. Do you need a hand?
He looks at you and he says, "Oh, I'm trying to repair this factory robot, but new fires keep popping up. They must be animated coals or something."
Animated coals?
Grab a bucket. We have to make sure these fires are out.
I will grab a bucket.
Where are the buckets?
There's a few buckets at the entrance.
Alright, I'll just grab a bucket. I'll just sort of try to make haste and just try to grab water. So I'll just get inside, get outside, get water, and just rush back in.
Oh, if there's like a tiny little bucket, Mallow here picks it up in his mouth and starts like flying back and forth.
I'm just staring at this little creature you woke it up with.
Water.
Valeria casts Mage Hand to do it for her.
I look at her. I look at her like, really? You can't. It's just a bucket. It's not gonna kill you.
Very heavy. And why do it when I can make my magic do it?
I think Mage Hand carries 10 pounds.
Oh, let me see actually.
Yeah, it doesn't carry too much. It can carry some things.
A cup of water.
Yeah, it's probably too heavy for a mage hand.
Okay, then
I mean, like, some water.
She'll grab like the tiniest bucket there is.
Sure.
Alright.
So there's 4. You can see 4 fires that he can't put out. Let's roll initiative. But you're just attacking with your buckets.
Oh, okay. Good. Oh, sorry. Let's go. I wish I had this initiative last time. Right.
Mallow.
Oh,
is
the
also...
tables have turned. Everyone else rolling good initiative with Rin and 10.
Okay. So, first one is Flora. So, I think just roll a d20 plus proficiency plus your dex. It's a ranged attack, I guess, if you have a ranged weapon on you.
Brute force our way into putting out a fire.
There it is. Just roll a dagger.
Nice. Oh, excellent. And then roll a d6 for damage. Bucket damage.
Can Mallow roll? He's got a tiny little cup.
Sure. Probably like only a D2 or something.
It could be. It's probably a 1. It's fine.
Okay.
He has like a little thimble of water. Just...
okay.
Yeah,
he just
same.
flies like over it and tips out the cup of water.
Which one are you aiming for?
This one. Iron. Actually, no, I'll aim for that one that's by the bullywog.
Okay.
The bullywog.
The fire continues to burn, but you can see that it's a little smaller. So maybe continued buckets. We'll take it out.
More buckets.
Right. I'll probably aim for the fire here. Let's see, what do I have? I guess the axe is like the closest thing you have to a ranged weapon, so I'll just try to do that.
I'm gonna run out to go grab more water.
Yeah.
Alright, does that manage to hit? Alright.
That is not enough to hit. The fire bounces about, avoiding your the water that you're trying to splash on it.
I really she just collapsed like, of course the fucking fire moves too. Nothing is just normal in this place.
Valeria.
So is it roll d20 plus the dexterity?
Yeah. If you have like a ranged weapon, you could use that. That's pretty much the same.
I don't have a ranged weapon. So let me just type it in.
Okay. Which one are you going for? This one's been damaged already.
Yeah, I'll go for that one too.
Scoot in.
Roll a d6.
6.
Hey.
Oh, the fire goes out completely, and all is left is a piece of coal submerged in water that no longer is moving. Rin.
Alrighty. Gotta go for the one I'm right next to. Just get.
Why can I almost see Ruin just picking up the fire to put it in the water instead of the other way around?
If you want to try and do that.
Move, you might,
What was that?
Yeah, if you want to try and do that, you can do that.
Almost see
Do what?
Ruin just picking up the fire and putting it in the water instead of the other way around.
I mean, he's probably a little wary of things that burn at the moment.
Okay, that's fair.
Considering that hurt.
That is fair.
I know, like, I burnt my fingers once, and I was scared to cook for like 3 months.
Oh no.
Damn it.
The fire moves about. But other than that, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything yet.
Is there like a tarp somewhere?
All you see around you is probably like burnt wood from chairs, tables, where they used to be.
All right. Cool. Well, that's me. That's my attempt.
So with the second round, it seems these fires, these coals, they realize what's happening and they start to become aggressive. So you don't have to use the buckets from now on, but these things are no longer not going to attack. Give me a second.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, okay, well, this is more my style. She just takes up the great sword.
Well, I'm gonna get burnt so much. This is gonna be the running gag, is that barbarians are, like, when they're raging, they're resistant to so much damage, but not fire, and fire damage is gonna be the only damage I take.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Flora, yeah. Your turn. You don't have to use the bucket if you don't want to.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry, I am here. She scoops up more water and runs back inside.
Yeah, she was outside when it happened. She doesn't see these things getting upset.
Throw some water.
Go for it.
Oh.
It
Mallow
avoids.
managed to dump his tiny little cup.
Yeah. Do a attack roll or.
No. Oh, he dumps it, but we both miss.
There's just
flush him with the water instead.
Run back towards the door.
Sure.
Pause and just kind of stare at Valeria in the doorway.
Irenia.
Well, since I see this thing is here. Actually, do I see this one here, or is it like up these stairs so I can't see it?
No, this is. So you would be looking down. You'd definitely be able to see it.
Oh, okay. I probably won't worry about that one. I'll probably just try to aim for the one in front of me. I'll just give a swing with my greatsword. Just
Okay.
Place work. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that will be. Yeah, that's total. Let's see. 6 plus 5.
Nice.
Yes, that's like 22. What
Yeah.
happened to this thing?
You snuff out all the fire from this thing, and
I just cried.
yeah, it disappears, or it turns into a lump of coal.
That felt good. I just should have just turned to Rin. You don't have to wash them with water. You can just smash them.
Fair warning, by the way, my Wi-Fi just cut out for like 2 seconds, so if I disappear, that's why.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah, I think I'll just like put myself in front of the path of this other fire and just sort of like just motion at it, like bring it on.
Okay. You can't tell if it has registered
I have no idea, but I've already decided to make this world her enemy, so
so it's Valeria's turn now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna cast Ray of Frost, maybe.
Oof, not enough. These things are so tiny and fast. Yeah, they're able to avoid that spell.
yeah.
Okay.
And then new round. Rin.
All right. So I'm gonna do something that may not work. Rin is going to essentially take his shirt off.
Oh.
bonus action rage because I want that advantage on strength. And then I'm going to attempt to, with that shirt, grapple the fire, as in basically smothering it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I guess it's a grapple check.
An athletics roll, yeah. Athletics versus athletics or dex, I believe.
Ooh, they are very dexterous. Let's see what happens.
Oh, well, they have one. 20. God, yeah, 25. Dang.
It's a one off that 20.
Oh, you
not
win.
enough.
Oh, that was scary. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smother it.
Okay. You put so you put your shirt around it. And no damage has happened to it yet because of just how mechanics work in the game. But if you probably keep it there, maybe we'll have to see. I'll probably do a wait, how should we treat it?
If it's like a grapple, then it basically has to try and escape every single turn by doing the same thing we just did, by just contesting my strength.
Okay. If it fails, I'll let you roll probably a d4 to see how much damage.
Suffocation damage.
Yeah, suffocation damage. If it fails. All right.
Just suffocating pure fire.
Hey, that's what you do when you're putting out a fire. You can use water, but you can also use something to suffocate it with, because if it doesn't have oxygen, it'll go out.
Yeah, let's hope these living fires don't get wise.
This one will approach Irenia, and it will try to just inflame you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
that's a miss.
Yep, it's a miss. Thank God.
And then the one in Rin's shirt will try to escape. So another opposed check.
alrighty.
Yeah, just you get advantage, I think, with these
advantage.
checks. Yeah, that comes with rage, I think.
24.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh yes, because I'm raging, aren't I?
Yeah, you're raging. So. Yeah.
24.
Oh, too good.
Oh.
So let's add
D4.
Yeah, D4 of suffocating damage.
Ooh.
It is still alive. The fire is still alive.
Sure.
His shirt's just getting a little singed. He's like, oh.
Flora.
Flora goes back outside and grabs some water, comes back inside, and
She always leaves when the action's happening. She doesn't see us just beating the fire.
beating the fire with buckets.
Yeah, and just brute force.
And that, I guess, the one that Rin is currently trying to smother.
Okay.
Just soak his shirt and make it worse for them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the idea.
I mean, technically it's prone, isn't it?
I don't think it matters.
It's
You get wet.
Yeah.
You just get water to the face.
Do we essentially have Rin shirtless and now dripping wet?
Oh no.
We do. Mallow will actually fly over to dump water over the thing, flying a little bit up.
Okay.
What?
There's one little corner of his shirt that's wet now.
Oh, what happened to your mouse? Your mouse is What happened to your mouse?
Unless I do have advantage on it, but I don't know.
I mean, would it be prone if it's being grappled?
It's probably more.
Is it restrained? Is the question.
Restrained.
Yeah, probably restrained.
Yeah, I think it's just grappled, but I don't think it's prone. Yeah. just grappled.
Is it restrained being in a shirt?
Because if I made it restrained, it would be like a different status. Yeah, just grappled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then she runs back outside to go get more water.
Yeah.
Alright. Just with the same things before. Just gonna swing the
Also
sword
yelling at Valeria to get out of the doorway, please.
down. Just every time. Okay, that's 22, and that's that's 12. Going down again.
Yep, another coal falls to the ground.
I have a small face. I just sort of turn to the frog. I'm not sure why you're having so much trouble. These things are easy.
Gives a
I
shrug.
just walk over. I just walk over and watching him like, what are you doing?
Putting out the fire.
I mean, I'll just stare. I'll let him have his moment here.
Okay. Valeria.
Okay, so hopefully this hits because I want Rin's shirt to be partially burnt, frozen, and wet. So here we go.
Oh, these guys.
We're just making it so he can't put his shirt back on.
Gonna meet royalty with no shirt.
This last one is still too fast and it flies out of your. Or it sort of like in the shirt, it's still able to avoid the ray of frost.
You hit Ren instead.
It just grazes you. You have a bit of ice now. You have some of the water in your body froze. Just that's looking for Valeria as it happens. Like, really?
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Rin.
Alright. Since it's still grappled, can I use my turn to just smother it further? Like, do more smothering damage?
More smothering damage. Sure. Yeah, I don't know how to roll this one. Probably it. Yeah, I don't think you have to roll to hit. So you already got it in its hand. Yeah, roll the smothering damage. D4.
When?
Oh.
It's still alive. In your shirt.
Does the fire? I know it's in the shirt, but like, does it seem weaker at all, like in its movement, or is it just staying around?
It's gotten weaker, bit by bit.
It's suffocating.
I'm really just gonna be like looking. He's like, well, he's mad, but it's working. So she'll just probably just watch.
And I'm gonna have to re-rage because
Oh yeah, so you haven't taken any damage.
I haven't taken any damage. So I'm going to do that before it tries to escape.
Okay.
Secondary rage. So yeah, it's another rage.
Sure. Now it's the fire's turn, and it will try to escape once again.
Actually, if I'm doing damage, have I technically attacked it?
Yeah, you have.
All right, then my rage is still up.
Oh, good.
Okay.
It's only one.
All right, let's see how. Ooh.
All right, advantage. This may be the one.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay.
No.
No longer grappled. It flies. It singes a hole in your shirt and flies out.
Giant hole in the front. He's like, well.
Irene just looks sadly at the shirt. I just fixed that for you.
Laura turns around, sees Valeria still in the doorway.
Valeria's quite tall too, so she's kind of towering over Flora.
It's just like, Valeria, I would really appreciate if you would not continue to stand directly in my path.
I don't see what the problem is. There's enough room for both of
As
us.
I push past her.
Totally different situations here.
More water. Phew. No.
Oh no. This time Irenia is splashed.
Slowly just like looking like
Alright.
Right. Asking Valeria very nicely to please move. Squeeze it past her again.
Alright. I'm ready to just a bit.
You're back.
Okay.
You're good?
Yeah. Sorry,
There
it
we
was just lagging.
Oh, good. Alright. Let's see if I can finish this. Come on.
Put it out of its misery. There you go.
Okay. And
If I
with
had
the
rolls
final.
last session, it would have been amazing. Against Coles of all things too. Oh well. Irene just like takes a sword. She just looks dejected. She just slams it down. She can't be bothered. Just has been no fulfillment. They're just coals and the special things it does.
And that is the end of the battle. As soon as you take out that last coal, the bullywug comes up to you and to all of you and says, Thank you, everyone. I am Duke Ikrind. And here." And he takes what looks like a brass brooch shaped like a fly with wings that flutter out of his pocket. This is a gift. And he hands it. Yeah, he only has one. So whoever wants it can get it.
I think Irene will grab it since she did most of the work this time.
She did everything, right?
Yeah, I did everything. I killed
Once again.
put it on the scarf.
Valeria finally moves out of the doorway and comes in.
Rin will like. Rin will go completely shirtless soak through. He'll go and try and like put his shirt back on, and there'll be like a complete like singed hole in the chest that's just leaving like his entire chest exposed anyway.
As like Irene fixes the bush on her scarf, she would turn to Rin and just look at the shirt. It says, "I'm gonna have to patch it again. We're not gonna bring you with a hole in your shirt, King. Okay? And next time,
it's nice and airy."
Arania just sort of presents her hand to Ren and says, "Give me the shirt. I'm going to fix it."
He'll take it off again and just pass it to her.
It's just wet. It just has like burn marks and everything. Just like,
Sorry, man. Sorry. Then turns to Irenia and is like, "Sorry, Irenia."
It's fine. At least it wasn't harmful. But you could have. Never mind. I'm not going to bother. And then I'm just going to take out my sewing kit.
Imitating them as Irenia is is fixing Rin's shirt.
Yeah, I'll just take out my sewing kit. I'll just take out. It's already a bunch of different colors on his shirt from the previous one. I'm just going to take. I'll probably just use like a black cloth since the middle of the shirt is just burnt now. Let's use black just to make it blend as best I can.
Sure. Duke Ikrind also says to you, if you wear that brooch while presenting yourself to King Gallop the 19th, it will help you win his trust.
Oh. Well, thank you. Okay.
And then he goes about fixing up all the burnt wood and sort of like cleaning up the place. It's burnt out factory.
After getting her friends mostly dry, I'll go about and helping him, like, kind of straighten things up a little bit.
We'll kind of see if there's any, like, remains of those fires that we defeated.
Yeah, they all left behind a one piece of coal each.
Okay, she's gonna collect the coal.
Sure. You can put that in your inventory. 4 pieces of coals.
I'm running to Valera and just say, I better not wake up when I find living fire around us. Okay?
Don't worry, this is for my own studies. It could prove useful.
All right. Just again, I don't want to wake up the fire just launching itself at me again. Okay?
Okay, I heard you. She
Good.
rolls her eyes.
I'm gonna roll her eyes. Just say, well, let's just continue. We're almost there, I think.
Before we continue, let's take a 5-minute break. I just need to get some water.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's all good. Same for me.
Yeah, BRB.
Yep.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Oh, it's your birthday.
Thank you. I turned 30.
Aw. I'll be 30 this year too. I'm December.
Okay.
Oh boy. Am
December
I
as
the
well.
baby again?
Are you?
I'm 22.
Oh my god,
Oh, no,
you're
same as
big.
me.
You guys are babies.
baby. But
Uh,
Korean age, I'm 32 because they do
Oh,
age
yeah.
different here.
Oh,
I forgot about that. I forgot that was a thing. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
It is.
imagine.
well, I might not be turning 30, but I'm getting married next year.
Ooh,
Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Aside. Please come in. Yeah, I think there's so many weddings. Everyone's catching up for that lost year when no one could have a ceremony, a celebration. I think I said the same thing actually. Hmm. Uh, no, no. Nah, I get you. Should we continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you continue on, or do you want to rest or anything?
I think we'll continue on. It wasn't a very strenuous encounter.
Yeah, let's move on.
I think once I finish fixing Rinshare, we'll just continue along.
Yeah. Flora's just putzing about, helping the bullywog get things slightly picked up.
Yeah. You can see he has a huge job ahead of him. So he tells you,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh no, the king is expecting you. You should continue. I will. This job will be done eventually by me."
When we pass back through, well, if we pass back through this way, I'll stop and help you for a little bit.
He gives a nod and says, "Thank you."
You'll be off then. Good luck.
As you walk. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how do we get out? Down
just
here? Is that
one-
out the
there's one
window?
entrance,
You just
yeah.
go around.
Just one entrance, so you just have to go around.
He starts heading this way, then pauses, and is like, "No, that's not how we get out. Do we just go around? Okay."
As you go around of this building, you see that there is a bridge. This flat wood plank bridge spans an arm of the lake and is lined on one side by rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes. At the center of the bridge is Yes, at the center of the bridge is a small figure who is sitting with its feet dangling over one side. The figure appears to be talking to itself in bemoaned tones. But then, the severed bullywug heads nearby erupt in a cacophony of voices, some indignant, others sympathetic. A few in a more distant row yell, "What? I couldn't hear what they said."
What is going on?
Looking at as they're just talking, she just takes a step forward and she like sort of leans close to one, just says, "Did you just talk?"
The one closest to you says, "Shush, I'm trying to listen to the conversation."
What? What?
Is-
Is
that the thing Flora saw in the lake that time we rested in the river?
Yes, Flora, you would recognize the figure as some sort of scarecrow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
I saw this guy in the river, in the stream. The stream I was watching.
Wait, you were lying about that? That was real?
Yes. Hello.
He does not hear you as he is conversing with a bunch of severed heads.
Okay. Let's gonna get moving then, I guess.
Yeah. I sort of like, I push Flora along. It's like, well, you want to take the talking approach, you talk to it. I'll just stay behind her, just tentatively just ready for anything.
Yeah.
Hello.
Flora, you get closer to this scarecrow. It's only 3 feet tall, so shorter than you, I think.
Yes.
And it turns around and goes, "Ah!"
Sorry, didn't mean to frighten you.
Oh, who are you?
My name is Flora. It's a pleasure.
Oh, I am Clapperclaw the Scarecrow.
You talking to them? Is that the heads?
The heads, they stop talking to watch this conversation, and he says, "Yes, I'm looking for my head," and he shakes his head, which right now seems to be a gourd. And he goes, "I do not know where it is."
What happened?
Agden Longscarf and his brigands stole my head.
Agden is dead now.
Oh. I do not know how to find my head. I was hoping he would tell me where it is.
What was your head?
A glorious stag skull.
Oh. Did anyone remember seeing like a skull last time? I don't think we found a skull last
I
time.
don't think so.
Nah.
Well, if you make your way back to the previous hideout and tell them that we sent you, you could probably get your head back. If it's there.
Or if you don't want the stag head, we have Agden's. She kind of pats her bag.
No, I want my own head. Are you sure it's there? These heads and he points to the ones on the post. They were telling me that Agdon was holding something when he went to visit Bavlorna's cottage, and he points to where the ropes, the fishing line. Oh, not there. The fishing lines. Oh wait, yeah, it was there. Sorry. The fishing lines are attached to something floating, like a floating, not a floating, a
Here?
Yeah, it's in the actual sideways image.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that Agden gave your head to the hag or someone?
Well, I think so, but to be honest, I am too scared to go inside.
But if we see it when we eventually make our way inside, then we'll let you know. Or we'll grab it for you, rather.
Oh, thank you. That would be much appreciated. I suppose, in return, I can. Oh, I don't know. I'm not really good at anything besides knowing how to get here to thither.
Can you help us get to the king?
Oh, that's very easy. And he just points right across the bridge.
Looks across and is like, oh, yes.
So just roll right.
Thank you very much. That is a help.
Arnie will look to the small creature. I will say, we are new arrival. Well, most of us here are new arrivals to this realm. You said a place called Tiver, right? We have never been there, so if you can serve as a guide, it'd be most appreciated.
Oh, okay. Yes, if you give me my skull, I can take you to thither.
Yeah. And Arnie will look a little bit awkward. Do you feel like do you have a sensation when you have a head, or is it just more you want the head that was originally yours?
No, I do not know I do not feel anything when my other head is detached. I only feel what is on my shoulders.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. We have a meeting with the king, but hopefully we can find where your skull is, and try to return it for you.
We'll keep an eye out.
Thank you.
Clapperclaw.
As Valeria walks past Clapperclaw, she studies him intently, like he's some weird science project, and just keeps going. She's really curious about him.
Arnie will try to keep pushing Verla's don't stare at him. It's a person. Move.
Renia, you're the one with the cute little brooch.
Going. Alright.
Yeah. You walk past him. He seems like just a very small boy. And probably even acts and talks like one. Sort of like a Pinocchio.
Aww.
But you make your way past, and you come to a grand marble gazebo, which stands atop a mound of soggy earth. Its white stone streaked green with algae. The support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly, so the domed canopy now sits askew. Short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor where bullywugs, dressed in shabby clothing, lounge on pillows. Among them, a harpist sends forth delicate notes that mingle with murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. On a dais, a flabby bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded under him. He has a large leather-bound book open across his lap and is mouthing the words he reads on the pages without looking up. He says, "Have you no herald to announce your presence before King Gullop the 19th?" And he slams the book closed as if to punctuate his question, regarding you for the first time. Sleeping bullywug guards standing around their monarch snap to attention and ready their weapons.
Oh. Oh, look at the little crocodile.
It's so cute.
Yeah, Irene was sort of like a bit caught off guard, and she'll sort of grab Flora and put her to the front and just say, "She's our spokesperson." And I just sort of tap her on the shoulder. "Good luck, Flora."
This art feels cursed.
I think it's so cute.
Here, thanks. Here, oh,
Might be AFK.
okay, no worries. Nope. There.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. From what the Bollywood next to the king said, I will just sort of encourage Flora to go forward and just say, this one speaks on behalf of all of us. I just sort of tap her on the shoulder. Good luck.
Hello, my name is Flora, and these are my friends. This is Irenia, and this is Valeria, and that is Rin. And this is Mallow.
She holds up Mallow, who just kind of like does the cat thing with their paw and is like, yeah.
He looks smugly at you. And then he says, "Welcome to my court. I have been looking forward to meeting you."
Yeah, you.
And she curtsies.
You will sort of do the same. And she'll look at like Flora.
Valeria reluctantly like lowers a little and then back off.
And he would see the brooch that you are wearing, and he would then sort of like give a nod to himself, and then he says to everyone, to the four of you, "I would like only members of the Soggy Court." Oh, sorry. No, he doesn't say that yet. He says first, "I would like to ask a favor from you and your group." He addresses to Flora.
What would that favor be?
Well, and then he snaps his fingers, and one of the Bullywog Knights comes running up with a book. And he says, "This is a book of Bavlorna. And I would like you and your party to return the book to Bavlorna. And in doing so, assuring her that I did not steal it."
All right.
How did you come to possess it then?
Oh, I happened to I found a merchant, and he points like in the southern direction, who stole it from Bavlorna, and I procured it off him as soon as I found out.
Forgive me for my bluntness, but if you had bought it off the original thief, why not let her know of the thief and give it to her right away? Why have us serve as a proxy?
Well, I imagine that you are looking to also be in Bavlorna's good side. And I'm giving you that chance.
I think I'll try to do an insight check to give a feel if this guy's just trying to manipulate us.
Insight that.
Yeah, anyone can insight.
do not trust us. Okay, 15 for me.
Flora, you can't quite make out what his true intentions are, but Irenia, you can tell he's lying through his teeth with that last line, at least.
Okay.
Valeria.
Sorry.
Valeria will be looking at the book. She doesn't trust any item that she thought once belonged to Hag.
Yeah,
She
Irene will.
expecting us then. Sorry.
Ooh, that's right.
I do not think she's expecting you, as she has been in her cottage for quite a while without going out.
All right, so you haven't told her of our arrival.
It smiles. I do want to insight that though.
He's telling the truth. I have not, unfortunately.
Understandable. Wouldn't kings such as yourself would not go run this errand on his own anyway.
If you choose to undertake this task, though, I must inform you that only members of the Soggy Court are allowed to speak to Bavlorna. But I will invite you with my kindness to join the Soggy Court.
Oh, yes. What does that
So kind.
Is there an item can have to be recognized as the court? Sorry.
We will just take you to the palace, and we will fit you with the proper attire.
Well, Rin needs some new attire in anyways.
I mean, Irene was sort of like nod to that, like looking at the patchwork, which is Flynn's shirt.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask away.
Have you seen a rather tall, sad-looking Eladrin man within the last few days? He has like a golden locket and, little icicle tears.
Not in the last few days, but one came here quite a while ago and dared to steal one of the visiting balloons.
Oh!
Oh no.
When the balloon was found, he was gone. At least that's what I heard.
Where was the balloon found?
The balloon was found in Yon.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you very much.
At this moment, something happens.
Oh.
A one of the nearby noble bullywogs, sort of undetected by, like while Flora is having a conversation with the king, undetected by the king, passes a wine goblet to Valeria.
Valeria keeps getting stolen from or given shit.
Does he hand it to her like stealthily, like he wants to keep it a secret, or
Drink the fey juice.
Well,
or he wants her to drink the wine?
he just wants you to take it. He sort of just raises his eyebrows.
She looks at the wine glass, and I mean, she looks at the goblet, and she takes it, and she goes, "But wait, I should give you something in return." And she gives him a piece of coal. Matt.
He takes the coal and quickly goes away. But when you look inside the goblet, you see a scrap of parchment with words written in Sylvan on it.
Valeria can actually speak Sylvan.
Ooh.
You can understand it.
Yeah, so she can understand it. So she she wants to keep it a secret from the king, because obviously it's meant to be a secret. So she kind of stealthily puts the parchment in her pocket.
Okay.
And takes a quick glance of it before she does so.
Sure. When you take a quick glance, it's a short note, and it says, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump, at once. The revolution lives."
Oh god.
Ah!
I'm pretty bought into a conspiracy.
Valeria puts it in her pocket, but she sighs really loudly.
I wonder if Valeria will even pass
Meanwhile, back to the conversation, the king says, "So, what say you? Will you join the Soggy Court?"
What responsibilities does joining come?
Oh, it does not come with much responsibilities. Simply more you have the right to attend the gathering of the court. And of course, you'll be able to speak with Bavlorna freely.
Looks at I want to hit him again. He's so sus.
You can tell that he's probably lying about that Bavlorna is only speaks to the Soggy Court.
Why does she only speak with the Soggy Court?
I do not know. I do not question Bavlorna.
Nod. Looks at the rest.
Yeah, Arenia is just sort of like narrowing her eyes at this king. Not very trusting of his words.
Mallow, like, is sitting on Flora's head, looks down at her, flutters over to Irenia, and then just, will. You get this feeling of, like, a frog, like an image of a frog in your head, and then it being a little, turning a little sus like a clown.
She just sort of like tenses up, and she's not sure what's happening. She's like,
and Flora, and you just get this like feeling of like suspicion, and lies, I guess.
Okay.
And it'll kind of like pass along the same feelings and message to Rin and Valeria as well. Flora's just standing there smiling as Mallow flutters back over.
I guess it's like as Irenia would get the message, she would just look narrow her eyes a bit more at the king, and say, you did say that the book you currently have belongs to Bavlorna, correct?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah. She just asked, like, just to confirm that the book that he has belongs to the hag.
Yes, that is Bavlorna's book, and he raises it up a little higher. You can see the title, and it says, "Big Book of Bad Blood."
Oh. Okay. Is that a list of enemies for Bavlorna?
I took a little peek, and yes, it is.
She'll keep that in mind that he took a peek of it. And say, we'd like to consider your offer, but perhaps in any case, we do plan to meet her regardless. Would it be possible if we were to just, as you said before, get some new attire, and as we go along that process, I can discuss with my group about your proposition? Would that be all right?
You will only be able to meet her if you join the Soggy Court, and in doing so, we'll be able to get new attire.
Would it be all right if we had a moment of privacy to ourselves just to have this discussion?
You may confer.
Okay, and I try like to move everyone, just like try to get away, just give some distance between us and this king. I just sort of like wave everyone over. I just sort of drag Rin. I just sort of like get into a whisper, like, okay, yeah, so we can clearly see this guy is full of shit, right?
Well, it seems like he's not that much loved by his people.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
That bullywug, he gave me a note. There's some revolution. Some it looks like he has a group of unhappy citizens.
I mean, he's certainly shady enough to warrant that kind of a reputation. But I think the fact he has a book, he has something we can use to get an in with Bavlorna is still valuable. I don't trust his words and anything else, but I think that book is at least something we need to have.
I don't believe that it will have. It doesn't come with any bad. What's to say? Responsibilities. It doesn't actually seem to come with any responsibilities joining the court. Only that she does not exclusively speak with the court. Is the feel that I got.
I don't trust anyone who is an ally of a hag.
He might be trying to use us as a scapegoat. We have no idea if we give this book to the hag that she attacks us for possessing it. However, I think we have some things we could use to our advantage to maybe convince the hag to be a bit more cruel to the current king. He mentioned that he looked inside the book. And if the book is a list of her enemies, and if it was stolen, I don't think she'd appreciate one of her, servants or minions taking a peek in something they should not know. I'm thinking we play his game for now, but we don't assist him. We try to sour his reputation when we meet the hag.
Yes, I think that sounds fair.
Very well, but if anything goes wrong, we have an alternative. This Baron
the
of
revolution.
Upstup.
Yeah, that might be something we fall back on just in case things don't work out, but I think we'll play his little game for now, and then if things don't work out, we'll just, have a change of leadership for this village. Alright, so we're agreed then? We'll play the part for now.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just sort of look to Rin and just his ragged clothes. Well, it looks like you'll be getting some new clothes, Rin.
Kind of look mournfully down at his shirt. Like, I like this one.
Aww.
I mean, you can still keep it. Maybe just wear it under everything else.
All right.
Yeah. So Rennie will just move towards the king. And just sort of give a small bow and say, after discussing with my group, we have decided to take you up on your offer.
Very generous offer.
Yes.
Excellent. One of my servants will get you dressed up right away. And he snapped his fingers, and one of the bullywogs approaches. And he says,
Wonderful, thank you.
lead them to the palace and get them some fine clothes. And the bullywog sort of beckons you to follow him.
I'm not sure if they'll have anything that fits Rin or the most of us.
I will follow.
Yeah, I think we'll just follow the bullywog. Oh.
As they're moving, Valeria will try to indiscreetly get rid of the note in her pocket if they're going to be changing clothes and stuff.
Toss it into the river.
Yeah, just toss it into the river, and it becomes a soggy mess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Track.
Very easy to do. When you get to this T intersection, this bullywog then points to that room and he says, be careful not to go near that prison. Right now there is a traitor being held there, who tried to who helped another traitor steal one of the balloons of Bavlorna's.
Can I squint in there?
Yeah, do a perception. The mist is covering the parts that you need to see.
Laura's just like, Sends and Mallow. You get a little feeling from Mallow of chaos and distraction.
Oh. There's a tense
You don't have to actually cause chaos, but it's the easiest way to get the feeling across.
Yeah, Rennie will sort of keep a note of that as she just sort of enters.
Laura's going to try and sneak off to go poke her head inside.
Okay, you can do stuff.
Oh god. Yeah, I think
the bullywug says, No, this way.
I just sort of like turn to I look at Flora, or just like I'll sort of just give her a little nod and say, I'm terribly sorry. She can be very childish sometimes.
My curiosity gets the best of me sometimes.
It's okay. This way, and we'll get you your clothes.
Yes.
Like as you enter, like she'll just Rennie will whisper to Flora, Can you send that creature into there, maybe?
Mallow, like in her head, in her hair, just kind of like seems to nestle in and then try and like sneak out like the back of her, the back of her shirt or something.
And I'll just try to, I'll try to help them out like by talking to the boy to keep them distracted, to give them a hand in this and letting the little Mallow run off.
Yeah. I won't make you roll for it because I don't think he would care about if he saw like a creature. He probably wouldn't understand what it is. And he'd be like,
yes,
something in your hair there. Yeah.
How weird. And kind of like brushes it out and it goes and Mallow goes like flying off. And she'll kind of like sit down and daze out and look through his eyes as he goes to the jail.
Okay. Before we go to the jail, I'll just describe this place. What you see before, or what you've entered, is a sinking palace. This ramshackle hole is built around a big tree. Two of the tree's limbs reach out through the walls like enormous welcoming arms. The interior of the hole is roomy, with an open floor plan that allows occupants of the upper story to look out over the lower one. Bullywog courtiers crowd into the space, filling it with guttural croaks. Their clothing is fancy but faded and stained with mud. And when you enter, you would see that the lower level is submerged in 3 inches of swamp water. And there's a trio of bullywug musicians playing an upbeat tune on stringed instruments.
Just to look around and admire the place and just sort of keep following the bullywug as I guess we'll be getting fitted soon.
Well, I'm gonna take Flora's gonna take Rin's hand just because she's blind while she's looking through Mallow's eyes.
Guess can't see or speak on this side.
Yeah. The bullywug takes you to the upper level where there's more courtiers just reclining on pillows, and he would like give you give the four of you a bunch of clothes that look very similar to what the bullywugs are wearing. Faded, but at one point fancy.
Flora absolutely stumbles up the stairs as she blindly makes her way up them. And is like, oh dear, my feet.
These are the fanciest clothes I've ever worn.
Yeah, Rainier will just admire the clothing. They are nice. Alright. Yeah, so I guess we'll just get changed just to get ourselves presentable.
Yeah. Meanwhile, what Mallow sees, you see the holding cells. Rising from the soggy earth is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on one side. At the back of the hut, you see two holding cells. Thick mangrove roots serve as bars, with a small round door closing off each cell. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water. The other cell holds a figure in rags and is slumped against the back wall.
Mallow will, go inside and just meow.
The figure looks up, and you can see it is a bullywug.
Meow.
It continues to look inquisitively at Mallow.
The bullywug gets the general feeling and idea of alone.
You say alone?
Yeah, with a question mark.
Okay. Yes, I mean, she would sort of reply, I do feel alone.
Ow. Kind of with one paw points at the bullywug. And then around. Meow. Alone?
And she goes, yes, alone.
What did Valeria tell us again about the note?
He just said that he was the Baron of Muckstump and that he wanted to start a revolution.
Okay. So Mallow starts stomping around in the mucky floor, and then pauses and looks at the bullywug and points and tilts its head.
What feeling is it giving off?
Royalty.
It says, yes, I would like to stump the king into the ground as well.
Mallow kind of shrugs and is like, okay, good enough. And then is sends the feeling of freedom and revolution. Is that a thing that he can send?
Definitely freedom, but she nods to the feeling of freedom.
And us and a bunch of bullywugs celebrating, and then this bullywug with a fancier thing going on, and then tilts its head.
She says, if you can get me out, I'm sure what you are sending me can be attained.
Flora's going to tug on, like, back in the thing. Flora's going to quickly pop out of Mallow's vision, who goes back to stomping around in the mud for a moment. And, like, tugs on Irenia. Tugs her off to a, not corner, because there's no corners, but a side. And it's like, Irenia, what do you think of this one? Come here. And pulls her aside, whispers a little bit, and it's like, I think I found the Baron.
So the one that's locked up?
Nods.
Okay.
Mallow can try to let them out? Maybe. I don't know how well it will work.
I see. Irenia like gives a look of disbelief, like doubt. Not to be offensive, but like Mallow's tiny. I don't think he's gonna be able to, unless he can lockpick. Can he lockpick?
He has claws.
I think we're better off having someone maybe just open the cell by force in that case.
I'll see if he can try. There's no one else in there. Is it a good idea to let him out?
Yeah. Yeah, try to let him out and maybe send him an image to... Maybe have Mello look around first if there's a place he can hide so we can meet up secretly with him.
Nods.
Alright. Yeah, and I'll just sort of like play the pause like, oh yeah, I think this one looks nice for her. I think it'll suit you very well. I was just trying to...
Yes, I thought so as well.
She'll sit down to start changing and go blind again as suddenly Mallow like perks back up.
Okay.
Ow! Goes over to the door to try and lockpick with the claw.
Flying creature.
I don't think you can lockpick with the claws. At best, you can try to destroy the lock.
He'll do that. That's his version of lockpicking.
Yeah. Oh god, here we go. Oh.
Biting through the mangroves. And then Flora's like, wait, Mallow, stop, wait. Like, go find somewhere to hide. Pauses, looks at the frog person, and is just like, and like sends an image of like a box and hiding and like the feeling of secrecy.
Okay. So yeah, I think she'll oh, there's not really any place to hide. She looks around and goes, I don't know.
Looks around, sends the image of the murky, mucky water. Ow.
Don't worry. I have a plan if I am caught.
Ow. Mallow shrugs a little bit and is like, okay. Goes back to chewing on the bar and lock.
So you can do like a attack with Mallow on this lock.
Breaks a tooth.
Yeah, the lock does not budge with this bite.
Too small.
I would say at this
Can he
time.
whack it with his tail?
So we'll try to do this simultaneously with what's happening with you guys. So with that first bite, that is when the your clothing has all been chosen and fitted, and the bullywug says, Excellent. You are ready to see Bavlorna.
Okay.
Feel free to look around Downfall before heading up, and he points to the cottage that is on higher stilts in the middle of the lake.
Do we have the book?
Oh, let's go back to King
Just rewind that.
King Gullop and get the book.
Yeah.
Valeria wants the book.
And he'll start walking
Flora
outside.
will leave eyes, and Mallow immediately just hides in the bullywug's baggy clothes.
Okay. And he will just lead you back.
I think like as we were getting ready, Rennie would have put her hair in a braid just to look more presentable instead of the bush she normally wears.
Flora puffs up her hair a little bit more, pauses, and looks back at the jail cell. Mallow, if possible, would like to take one last attempt with his tail, his pointy tail.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a 12.
Still not enough. This lock is pretty sturdy. You might have to try later. As for now, any attempts are not good enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
they're watching us still, so we're just
Mallow
checking
just
out.
like pauses, shrugs a little bit, and is like, it sends the image of like a clock fast forwarding, waves, and flies off.
Okay.
Spoilywug's having experience today.
When you're led back to the court, King Gullop says, "Excellent. You look ready for an audience with Bavlorna." And he snaps his fingers. The bullywug grabs the book from him and hands it, I guess, to Valeria.
Valeria immediately grabs it and holds it close to her. Thank you. And now she has it in her hand. She wants to like study it a little closer. See if she can feel any magic coming from it or what its deal is.
Yeah. Let me check. It is not magical. Oh, actually, you wouldn't be able to tell without. Oh wait, no, you can tell if it's magical or not. Yeah, it does not show the signs of it being a magic item. So usually, if you pick up a magic item, you hear a slight ringing or humming. This does not give off any of that.
Okay.
King Gullop looks to Flora and says, "I look forward to hearing good news."
Yes, as do I. She smiles brightly.
And he says, "You may take your leave."
Wonderful, thank you.
She'll just give him a small bow. I think you're ready to go.
Curtsy.
Yeah.
Also, King Gullop is seriously freaking adorable.
The outfit is.
Oh my
ridiculous.
god,
Lovely.
he's so cute. And that stupid little like crocodile in the background. Like, look at his expression. It's so smug.
He has a fitting
Best
pet.
artwork of the entire game so far.
As
I
they're
feel like he's crying.
as they're walking away, Valeria's totally gonna try and like peek inside the book and read it. See what she can see stealthily.
Yeah. So go ahead and do intelligence check. Because Bevlorna probably doesn't have the best handwriting and probably has a in code of some sort. Oh, nice. You see quite a few references. They're complaining about certain people. One says, one is complaining about Mama. The other one about Iggy and Andy in Batha. And then it later has some entries about some very short-lived Bullywug kings.
Looks like this hag has a lot of enemies or people she particularly doesn't like.
May as well try to save those names. If we meet them, we can get, well, we at least get more numbers against her.
I don't know if they mean anything to you, Flora. There's a Mama, Iggy, Andy, Batha. Sounds like some sort of nickname.
I assume they don't make any sense, but do they?
No. Yeah, they wouldn't be familiar to you.
Do we know? But we know she's got a coven right now, right?
Yeah, you would know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the names, but maybe they're her fellow coven members. If we run across them, we could perhaps turn them against each other.
Possible.
That's a good idea, Flora.
I'm certainly up to turning these hags against each other if the opportunity presents itself.
Nods.
No bullywogs are following us at the moment, right?
No bullywugs are following. But there are bullywugs, like just on the lake. They look like probably other courtiers or just lounging around.
Right. Irenia will try to sneak towards the prison since she's now in a dress and not in heavy armor, just to try to get to this prisoner. So hopefully I can stealth my way there, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, before you stealth, should we like pause this session here or like end the session here? Save for next week?
I think so.
Yeah. I think it's like 9:30.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll end the session there. Oh, maybe before we go, was there anything you wanted to do, Rin? Sorry, forgot to refer back to you.
Oh, it's all right. He's trusting everyone else to make the plans.
Okay, good.
Where's Sorry,
he's there for heavy lifting.
Where is the hag's house? Where is it?
So there's, if you look above the map, that is the cottage that they have pointed where the hag lives. Yeah. Right in the middle. D12.
Yeah. So, that's right. It's a ascending staircase with the climb up there. Oof.
But yeah.
Well, we got a lot of stuff ahead of us.
Yeah, definitely. Bunch of information. I feel like is dumped on you guys every session. So hopefully everything's making sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Sorry
good.
about earlier.
That's all good.
It happens. It's all good.
We started just in a carnival, just having fun, trying to figure out mysteries. Now we just entered this new place, which is decaying, met some weird individuals. We killed a bandit who works for the hag. We're now in a village.
Fire.
Yeah. We're just into the village. We're just loyal to this hag, and now we learned there's like a conspiracy here in Bloody Village. So, yeah, it's kind of good luck for us, our characters, trying to figure this out. God help us. I'm just a simple town god. I don't know about politics.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody good for next week?
My friend updated the art for one of my characters. He's so cute.
Aww.
Ooh.
If any of you need to be reminded of how to pronounce reciprocity, Chicago's got you covered.
Oh.
Because the system works, the system called reciprocity.
I ordered another piece from the same person I ordered my moth girl from too.
Oh, Daria.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Right? And she upped her prices a little bit, and I was just like, good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
It used to be, like, when I started getting commissions from her, I think her prices were something like $20 for a full body, and I was like, you're doing it for way too little.
Yeah, like, I even thought 40 was way too little, and now it's 50, and I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm really excited to get it.
God, I'm having to hold back because I'm trying to save money, but one of my favorite artists just came back from hiatus, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've just been working on a homebrew setting, and I'm about to like run it for some friends, and every single one of the NPCs, I'm like, I really want to get art of these.
That's an expensive homebrew.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm on the moment working on a commission for a friend for his campaign at the moment with just two characters in the party. They just had a separation in the past few sessions, and now the party's been like fully reunited. So two of the characters had a meeting. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. So the characters just like meeting up and just having a hug.
Freaking poor June. The updated art that my friend made for me. He's having a mental fucking breakdown. So he's going to be retiring soon. But I'm so excited to have the updated art. He's having a complete mental breakdown. Like, everyone else in the party is like, all of this traumatic shit? Yeah, no problem. All's good. I'm fine. June is just, like, drinking a lot and, like, having a full-blown panic attack in the middle of a fight right now.
Having the normal reaction to all this.
Right?
Bullshit.
Oh, that's so cute. Look at those two.
Yeah. Yeah. These two characters are good friends, so they've been separated for, like, I think in the game, like a few months in game time for these two.
Sweet.
My boy Theo just found out what happened to his birth parents, so he's just like, we were doing a blood test on him for funsies, and it's like, oh yeah, they were killed by a night hag, and he's like, what?
Shit. No.
So, since I needed the new art, since poor June here will probably be retiring for at least a while as he gets his shit sorted, I needed new art.
Feel look for new ones out there.
I've been considering getting another piece for one of the ones I got from Daria of my character Remus, who I will be bringing in this game very soon. It's like we're getting every single time another week passes in game, I'm like, is